Oh, the deep magical world of not self. Seeing the people being deep, deep, deep in the water of not self. All around. Seeing these collective themes that everyone around me follows. Them falling into them so deep that they don't even recognize how much they're defending them. Asking them a question, them not being able to ask the simplest question because it's too deep. Because we all just want to be there on the surface, do what's right, be good, and die. What? Being a copy of a copy of a copy of something that you're supposed to be. It's sad, it's scary, but really it's just... it's the world, right? The majority of it is unaware, is deeply terrified of any layer being taken off, is so strictly following the rules of behavior of the society they're put into that not only are they not aware of the fact that just across the border, maybe people live their lives completely differently. They think differently because, again, they're conditioned to. But they are so busy following their specific ways to be. They're terrified of even looking across the border. Terrified of letting anybody else in who isn't a part of their specific elite that they created in their heads to be a part of. Wow. Wow! And it's even denser in the cities, of course. Because it's way easier to just cover it all up, right? It's man-made. So men are man-made. The rules are very man-made, so far away from the way nature is operating, which is kind of, just like a general view of how we function could be seen in nature. Seeing the processes in nature, how nature is patient, how it waits for the right time, how it connects with the weather. The tree doesn't grow if it doesn't have, what it needs. But when you have everything you kind of need, then you just fuck around with things that don't matter. Like, what do I need to wear in order to fit into this status group? What do I need to bring with me in order to be the right kind of gift giver? How do I need to show up in this kind of area so that I'm being still seen as the top of the food chain? How do I maintain being a fucking king? And it's so dense. And here I feel very lucky to have bumped into human design system now over 4 years ago. And to have been shocked then by seeing that there is another way of looking at life. There is a possibility for me to actually live my own unique life, no matter where I am. If I'm on this continent, on that continent, if I'm speaking this language, that language, if I'm in a rural area, if I'm in deep city space, if I'm in a small country, if I'm in a big country, that what stays uninterrupted is my own self. Yes, my personality, my design. We could say personality is actually the not self, and only design is the life force, is how our bodies move, is how our mouths speak words when we're not thinking, because it just goes and flows through us, and it's how we're being driven through life when we do let it be driven that way through following our strategy and authority. But when not, then you're just a puppet. And I mean, it's sad and scary that I used to be very good at being the perfect puppet. And I would defend it. I would be the first one to defend it strongly. But it's so shocking again now. Because I've been like dedicating myself to really seeing things my own way, seeing through my own specific lens, following my strategy, authority, being led to all very unusual places, very extreme, right? That is a part of my life. The 15s, the extremes, da-da-da-da-da, you know? To be able to say yes or no, you know, discern the 49 and the 4, like seeing formulas and seeing which don't work, which do work, you know, expressing that in a very freaky to genius way. 23, 43, you know, having this ability to survive even the craziest circumstances. 5710, and like structuring them to perfection. And it has been very interesting, and it has been completely consuming on every level to just live my life. And so I swam so far away from the sense of I need to follow these specific rules, and now being someone who jumped back into this environment that I've flown away from, I'm just so surprised. I'm so surprised that my extended penta is so deeply enslaved. So deeply enslaved into what Maya expects them to be. Oh well, right? What to do? Happy Sunday.